and out, normally and naturally. Allow your in-breath to remind you of life itself, filling you with limitless goodness. And allow your out-breath to ease your body and your mind, relaxing into this moment as you rest in the blessed peace of this sacred time together. Now shift your attention to where you're seated. Feel the connection of your body to the chair, to the building, to the earth itself. Feel how you are held, supported, and grounded. If you haven't already done so, allow your eyes to close or to soften your gaze as you relax into a place of stillness. At this moment, there is nowhere you have to go and nothing you need to do other than to center yourself in loving Spirit's warm embrace, putting aside any concerns, any uncertainties, any fears. Today's theme is celebrating the triumphant journey. In a moment, we'll sit in silence, and I'll invite you to contemplate where you are in your personal journey and consider how your destiny will unfold. As you contemplate these words from William Jennings Bryan, destiny is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. It is not a thing to be waited for. It is a thing to be achieved. Return your attention to your breath. As you breathe in and out, feel the grace and energy of loving spirit flowing through you and out into the world. Let your heart and mind take in these words from Ernest Holmes as you connect with the God within. I know that I am a perfect being now, living under perfect conditions today. Knowing that spirit alone is real, I know there is one power which acts and reacts in my experience, in my body, and in my thought for my good. In that consciousness, we are invited to hold a new awareness of ourselves. We are spiritual beings, having a spiritual experience in a spiritual world, which operates according to spiritual laws. Are we willing to let gratitude, joy, and a vision of what's possible be the tools we choose and use for transformation? Are we willing to keep tilling the soil, that is, to keep nurturing consciousness in order to experience more of our own magnificence? Are we willing to live our values and beliefs out loud so that we actually do create a world that works for everyone? Destiny is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. And so it is. Thank you for sharing this time with me. We'll be starting the Sunday service in about 10 minutes. If I can get this off. Oh, we're just going to have to stay here. Good morning. We're just going to go with the flow this morning, folks. Let's take a moment to just settle in and just have a moment to reflect, to contemplate, to enjoy the presence of one another, our unity in our community, in the one. And now, as my beloved sister Ellie always said, it is time to make a joyful noise to the Lord. Destiny Muhammad and Kev Joyce.
Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Peace inside my heart, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my heart, God and only God I live to see. Peace inside my heart, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my heart, God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Peace inside the earth, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside the earth, God and only God I live to see. Peace inside the earth, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside the earth, God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om Let there be peace in the earth. There will be peace in my mind. God is the greatest. God is the greatest.
Thank you for that magical music this morning, courtesy of Kev Choice and Destiny Mohammed, the harpist in the hood. And I love how these two instruments complement each other. The heart of the instrument is the same, just one is vertical and one is horizontal. One is plucked and one is struck. Well, good morning. My name is Robert Leeds. I'll be your host today. It's one of those magical, bright, clear, crisp days, autumn days here in Oakland. You can look out across the bay and practically see the leaves on the trees on the Mount Tam. It's just gorgeous. We are very lucky to be here. Happy almost Thanksgiving. I was going to start out with some corny Thanksgiving jokes, but I decided to quit cold turkey. Be grateful, it could have been a lot worse. Okay, welcome to the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, where we cultivate an attitude of gratitude and teach spiritual principles and practices that raise our consciousness and celebrate our oneness with all of life. Welcome to everyone joining us via live stream or YouTube. Hello, teleguests. Whether you're live with us in the moment or watching later in the week, we are glad you're with us. And a special welcome to those of you here who are here for the very first time. If you are here for the first time on a Sunday, please raise your hands so our ushers can give you a welcome packet. Anyone here for the first time? Oh, over there. Thank you. If you'd like to get more information, please send an email to Constance Chapman, our administrative coordinator, at constance@oaklandcsl.org. Speaking of gratitude, we are so blessed by our children, so we'd like to take a moment to bless them back. Wherever they are, there it is. We honor all our youth and children in our community and the world. We love you. We see you. You are Spirit's gift to us. Thank you for being in our lives, and so it is. Just a little reminder to those of you who are here in the sanctuary, if you could please silence your cell phones, we'd appreciate it. So, what's cooking here at the Oakland Center as we joyfully turkey trot into the holiday season? Next Wednesday, practitioner Susan Urquhart Brown will be talking on gratitude beyond gifts. Meditation at 6:30 p.m. and services at 7. And the Wednesday night services, remember, are all 100% Zoom. Now, why do Black Friday when you can have a plaid weekend? The shop local tradition continues at our Spirit Treasure bookstore, which will be open Friday and Saturday following Thanksgiving, November 26 and 27, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and also Sunday after service. 2 people will be allowed in the bookstore at a time for social distancing. With 30% off everything in the store, this is your holiday shopping central. Also, all proceeds from the used book table will be going to the Oakland Public School Teacher Supply Fund, so a very worthy cause. We need your input. We are thinking about doing a community holiday dinner on Saturday, December 18th. The food would be catered for COVID safety reasons, and we will require proof of vaccination since it will be indoors without masks. There may be a small fee. We need to know about interest and volunteer support. So if you're interested in attending and or volunteering, you can, actually, if you're online, you can please put it in the chat right now, or email constance@oaklandcsl.org. It's Board of Trustees application time. Woohoo! Yeah, I got a little enthusiasm for that. Have you been a member in good standing for 2 years, and have you been thinking about serving the village in a new way? The nominating committee is looking for qualified candidates to run for the Board of Trustees, which will be selected at the annual meeting on March 4th. Applications are due to Deborah Jackson by December 31st. To check out the qualifications and responsibilities, you can download the application on the homepage of the website. It's also, there's a link in the Village News, and I believe we even have some hard copies available for you today after the service in the lobby. It's also teen camp time. Centers for Spiritual Living Teen Camp leaders are excited to announce their virtual Winter Camp 2022. This virtual event is happening January 14th to January 16th, and the theme is Make Room to Bloom. Registration open until December 15th. Find the link and information on the events page. And I can't wait till teen camp is in person again. My children went through it, and it was a transformative experience. The compliance team is requesting that you please exit the sanctuary immediately after service using the exit doors. Our minister will be out in the courtyard if you'd like to greet her, and then if you're doing upper room, you can kind of circle around back. As always, this is just the tip of the iceberg of all the things that are happening here in our community, all the things to entice you and support you. For more information on all that's going on at our Oakland Center, visit our website, oaklandcsl.org, and check out our electronic newsletter, The Village News. So now, please read along with me as we read our vision and mission statement. In fact, stand if you will. The vision of the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living is to joyfully reveal the love and oneness of God. We are a welcoming and inclusive spiritual community dedicated to individual transformation and collective growth. Our purpose is to love, inspire, and serve our community and the world through education, music, prayer, and play. And so it is. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Well, good morning again. I like to be played in. My name is Zoe DeMuro. I'm a licensed practitioner here at the Oakland Center, and I'm welcoming you once again to your Sunday. So we have our, our Minister's Covenant, which we'd like to read together. So if you'd all please stand. There we go. There is only one life. This life is good. This life is God. This life is my life now. In knowing that I am one with this life that is God, I therefore know that I am one with all of its beloved expressions, which includes the presence of a new minister for my beloved spiritual community. Because I know that the highest purpose of my new minister is to reveal spirit, I therefore know that my new minister is a revelation of God as wisdom. I further know that my new minister is a fulfillment of that which has been promised by Spirit. For it is written, I am filled with divine wisdom. I allow divine mind to fill my mind now. I stand in agreement with my beloved community. I see my new minister revealed before me as unity in the community. I now intend to experience my new minister in full cooperation and agreement with my community, knowing this truth about myself, for I am inspiring unity in diversity, embracing and nourishing our community. I am awakening the wisdom within. I am healing and expanding our community with the power of love. I am engaging the community in building a world that works for everyone. I am deepening family consciousness. As I now accept the highest expression of a new minister into my life, I know that they are revealed in a way that illumines spirit and serves the highest and greatest good of all who are touched by their presence. I am grateful God is gracious, and so it is. Ashe. Expressions of spirit are gracefully accepted. We have two readings this Sunday. The first is from Ernest Holmes. The history of man is a record of the awakening of the self to the self, the emergence of the universal spirit through the individual mind. And our second reading is from Amanda May Javan. Awakening is no longer about abandoning or transcending physical reality to live a spiritual life. It's the fulfillment of our divine destiny by living the truth of our inner radiance while in earthly bodies. As we go with it, we think of that truth, the truth of who and whose we are, recognizing that the love, the wisdom, the compassion, the harmony, and the peace of God is visited each and every moment in our lives. When we think of our journey, we consider it with our human eyes, the path is crooked, it's filled with obstacles. But when we look with our eyes of truth, our divine eyes, we see clarity, we see purpose, we see the grace of God enlightening our path. Because there are no mistakes, there are no missteps. There is only the next thing to do, which brings an experience of learning, an experience of grace, a way to learn. We know that each of us is one in the one. We know that each of us has been granted the most exquisite gifts, the gift of life and the gift of choice. And it is in that choice that we truly live our lives. It is in that choice that we create the life that we deserve, a life of goodness, a life of abundance, a life that does truly transcend to be the greatest that it can possibly be. And in that certainty and in that knowing, I know that this time is blessed. I know that each and every person contributing to this service is blessed. And I know that as we await the wisdom of Reverend Geri, we sit in a place of great sacredness, a place of beauty, a place of love, because it is what we bring to this moment, what we bring to this place that makes it so. And in thanksgiving, and in the knowledge that all are blessed, I release my word to the love and to the law of God. And so it is.
Each one is God's gift to the world. We are, they are. Each one is God's gift to the world. There are no extra people in a mansion or a ghetto. Each heart and soul is counted, though they're different from you. Look across the ocean, all the distant corners. See the one beside you. Look in your eyes, you'll see it's true. We are, they are. Each one is God's gift to the world. We are, they are. Each one is God's gift to the world. Come on, Kev. Yes. And all the lonely people, all the distant corners, all the big and small ones, the ones that win and lose, all of the remembered, even the forgotten, from every single nation. Oh, look in your eyes, you'll see it's true. We are, they are. Each one is God's gift to the world. Oh, we are, Kev Choice. God bless you. You,
Destiny Muhammad, y'all. Give thanks. Give thanks.
my brother. We had the same birthday almost. Come on, little brother.
Destiny and Kev, you did it again. Oh my gosh. Thank you for that beautiful, beautiful music. Let's just take a moment and look around and recognize and know that we are God's gift to the world, and that was so perfect. Thank you so much. We don't get up and give hugs these days, but we could certainly look at each other and just hug each other with our eyes. Yeah, thank you. And you live streamers too. We are hugging you with our eyes. That was so beautiful. Set such a beautiful tone. Thank you both. Thank you. Looking around. Great to see you all. I'm Reverend Geri Carter, and I'm so happy to be here on this Thanksgiving week, this week of gratitude and appreciation. So I'm just appreciating you all right here and right now. Thank you for being with us at Oakland Center. We've had this amazing global theme, Timeless Wisdom, Evolutionary Vision. And today, well, today's November 21st, and of course it's Thanksgiving week. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I'm so honored to be here with you on this particular week because I love Thanksgiving. I think it's such a special time of the year, and the fact that we get to remain in appreciation and gratitude throughout the year is a very powerful spiritual practice. So, have you heard about a new restaurant called Karma? There is no menu, you get what you deserve. No turkey jokes today, but I'm not sure if they're still in business, quite honestly. But today, okay, our monthly theme, breathe in the view. You know, this has been our theme for the month, the mountaintop, that expansive view, and celebrating reaching the summit. That's what we're here today to do, is reach that summit. And we appreciate the view from a higher plane. So as we embrace our spiritual teachings, we appreciate the view with just a whole nother thought and idea and gratitude, gratefulness, how good it is. And we welcome the question, what will our next journey reveal? Because we're all on this spiritual journey, yes? What will our next journey reveal? Aren't we in the midst of something exciting happening here at Oakland Center? Oh my gosh, it's a big time in our experience here, calling forth a new minister or ministers and just being in that space of gratitude for what is yet to be, because something special is happening here. I hope you can feel it. I feel it. My talk today is celebrating the triumphant journey, and it truly is a triumphant journey. We are on a grand and glorious journey right here and now at Oakland Center with the onset of the selection and candidating process. That's what I'm talking about. It's a big time for us. This is a sacred journey as we move forward along the continuum of our greatest yet to be here, of our greatest yet to be. It's a mystery right now, but let's just live in the excitement of the mystery and know that the greatest, grandest experience is yet to unfold for us. Yes, do I hear a yes on that? Yeah. It's a time of appreciation, of celebration, and an opportunity to demonstrate our growth individually and as a collective. Here, our spiritual family, our collective. I like that CSL is bringing into our experience the evolutionary global vision as it relates to today's topic. It goes like this. We envision humanity awakening to its spiritual magnificence and discovering the creative power of thought, a world where each and every person discovers their own personal power and ability to create an individual life that works within a world that works for all. a world that works for everyone. You hear this over and over again as we continue to embrace this idea as a community and as a greater CSL community. Shift is happening in the world. I know it is. Can you believe it along with me? Yes, that shift is happening. Change for the good, the greater good of all is happening right here and now. Let's just breathe that in. And that heaven is a state of awareness of our true nature. We experience our true nature to the degree we become conscious of it. We actively seek to know the true nature of every individual and celebrate each individual's unique expression of it. Yes, this experience of our true nature is sure to be attained by all. We're claiming that it is sure to be attained by all. Our teachings teach us to be love, to see through the eyes of God, and to have compassion and empathy. By so doing, we become more aware, and this allows us to call forth the true nature in ourselves and everyone. Yes. Freedom is the birthright of every individual. We are free to choose and create our experience of life. Ernest Holmes says, "It is the divine birthright of every living soul, but we limit ourselves by thoughts of limitation." He goes on to say, "Now we must open the doors of our consciousness and expand and expand and expand. We must open the doors of our consciousness and no longer think in terms of backyard lot, but in the terms of the infinite nature, in terms of the universe." That's from Love and Law. The divine plan is one of freedom. Bondage is not God ordained. Freedom is the birthright of every living soul, from our Science of Mind textbook. Our textbook goes on to say, when we constructively praise and creatively bless, life abounds with love, peace, and joy. Feel that love, peace, and joy when we are in the spiritual practice of gratitude, of appreciation, and most of all, of blessing. Let us so live and think that we may retire at night in peace, knowing that no harm can come to the soul, that we may rise in the morning renewed in body and mind, with a bright outlook, a happier expectation, and a clearer joy. In everything, give thanks. Give thanks in everything. During this month, Thanksgiving, let us remember to give thanks for the gifts of life as they are presented to us. You know, there's so many, they're surrounding us all the time. The beauty of nature, just the thought of a loved one, maybe somebody who's not with us any longer that's had a significant part of our life's journey. Giving thanks, being in gratitude. This is that special time for us to just call forth all the goodness in our lives. Even through the turmoil or things that don't feel so good, bless them each step of the way and call forth more goodness. I love the practice of gratitude and thanksgiving, and I incorporate it into my everyday way of living. I think about how my life has been enriched by this philosophy or teaching. Yes, think about it. It's so rich, it's so fertile, it's so alive, it breaks any conditioning that we've had previously and allows us to grow and expand and become more alive. Yes, I love that. I am so thankful for the religious science teachings. I think about how just a year ago, this past June, I gave my brother a kidney, and we are both doing fabulous. We are both doing fabulous. That is such a great gift. Such appreciation and such gratitude fills my heart when I think about this opportunity for him and for me to participate. Talk about gratitude. And as I share my gifts and talents, I'm remembered to stay in gratitude for what is and what is yet to be. So I hope you'll join me on that journey of what is and what is yet to be. I'd like to share with you today 3 ideas to ponder: appreciate, celebrate, and demonstrate. When we appreciate and gratitude, there is forward momentum to greater good. Forward momentum to greater good when we're in appreciation. When we create, we invite an energetic in that is stimulating and empowering when we're in that creative mode. This is where demonstration occurs. When we embrace goodness and find joy in it, and the word joy I emphasize, something powerful happens. And when we pay close attention, there is a demonstration. However, we must pay close attention. We must acknowledge the demonstration and see the beautiful thread of picturing that outpictures in our lives individually and as a collective. So I don't know if my slides made it in, but John, if they did, is there a slide, an appreciate slide? If not, I'll just... Maybe? Oh, okay, great. Okay, so in the textbook we read, an attitude of gratitude is most salutary and bespeaks the realization that we are now in heaven. Gratitude is one of the chief graces of human existence and is crowned in heaven with a consciousness of unity. So, this Psalm 1477 is for you, Destiny. Sing to the Lord with grateful praise. Make music to our God on the harp. Perfect. Thank you. Our journey has brought us growth and expansion and new understanding, and it will continue to do so if we believe. In times of darkness and in light, we can still anchor in our unity with Spirit by staying in gratitude for what is and for what is yet to be, as I said earlier. And as I say, live in the mystery of it all. Trust. Free ourselves from limiting thoughts and ideas. Limiting in thoughts and ideas which can stifle us. Trust and live in the mystery, knowing that God's grace and love is our sufficiency. It is ever present. It is working in our lives each and every step of the way. And our job to do is just step back and take a breath and remember this, that God's got us. God's got us each step of the way, no matter what we're experiencing. So let's just... Gratitude also cultivates a faith, and that faith aligns us in knowing that this too is God. This too is good. Gratitude is a great faith builder. When in doubt, look at what you are most grateful for. Yes? So let's just take a moment right now. I'm asking you to simply close your eyes and take a deep breath. And call forth what you are grateful for in this moment. Just call it forth in your mind's eye. And bless it now with love and appreciation. So oftentimes we do this. We close our eyes, we go within, we call forth what we're grateful for. So if you didn't receive a little booklet when you came in, they're at the desk. And the reason for the booklet is that this is a time, a wonderful time to practice the spiritual practice of journaling. And it's a wonderful time to simply write down what you're grateful for daily. 4 or 5 things daily even, yes? Now, I have to admit that my very dear printer friend, when I called to have some journals printed, she mistakenly printed the 5 Gifts for an Abundant Life journal that I used in a class. But there are no mistakes, because you can journal 5 gifts for an abundant life and do this daily. It's a wonderful spiritual practice. So this is a gift for you. Even though it wasn't exactly what I had in mind, it's absolutely perfect, yes? Journaling will definitely lift your spirits and put you in a good mood, okay? It will shift something within and train your brain to look for good things in life. Journaling will shift your brain and allow you to embrace a good life. Use a journal provided, but as I said, nothing is wasted. In fact, these 5 gifts for an abundant life class, these 5 gifts are our gifts every day of our lives, as long as we call them forth and bless them. And, you can do this however it works best for you, maybe in the morning, or, it's powerful in the evening before you go to bed, because you can go to bed and go to sleep with all the goodness that you are grateful for right there, right with you. So are you ready to celebrate? We have another slide. Celebrate, okay? Okay. It is important to celebrate. Pierre Teilhard de Chardin, a French Jesuit priest, wrote, "Joy is the infallible sign of the presence of God." Joy is the infallible sign of the presence of God. We celebrate the activity and presence of God in and through all life. We celebrate our connection with and as the divine. With and as the divine, and with each other, yes, because we are all one. We reveal in the harvest of every greater life wholeness and love. We laugh, we honor, we dance with spirit, because we know and remember that we are one. Oneness reminds us that we are unique, individualized manifestations of the divine. We are the star stuff. Yes, we are the star stuff of spirit. We are love, power, peace, and yes, joy. So let's celebrate. Then we have the demonstration slide. Demonstrate the growth. With gratitude and joy as our compass, we now choose to gracefully navigate the flow of life. We have lived seasons of possibility and purpose, and once again, we are ready to listen for the whisper of the infinite invisible. It calls from within, and we heed its song. Divine disconnect has become a loving guide. With a new faith in our innate gifts and divine identities, we turn and face the sun. How glorious are all the aspects of life's journey. From the hint of new dreams, beauty's emergence, and the fullness of harvest, to ongoing transition, we embrace the perfect imperfections of it all. And of course, we bless it all. Meister Eckhart said, "If the only prayer you ever say in your entire life is thank you, it will be enough." So I invite you all to say with me in the I statement, if the only prayer I ever say in my entire life is thank you, it will be enough. Can we say that together? If the only prayer I ever say in my entire life is thank you, it will be enough. So we are invited to hold a new awareness of ourselves right here and right now. This is our invitation. We are spiritual beings having a spiritual experience in a spiritual world which operates according to spiritual laws. Are you willing to let gratitude, joy, and a vision of what's possible be the tools you choose to use for transformation? Are you agreeing to that? Yes. Are you willing to keep tilling the soil, keep nurturing consciousness in order to experience more of your own magnificence? Are you willing to live values and beliefs out loud so that you actually do create a world that works for everyone? Yes, I know I am. Let's hear a big yes. Yes. And from Karen Drucker's song, she says, I praise you, I raise you, all in the name of love. This is absolutely our charge, and so it is. So we're going to get ready to go into prayer now, and Zoe is bringing up our prayer box. We're getting back to more and more normalcy each step of the way. So our practitioners, our ministry of prayer, take the prayers that go into this box and they pray over them on your behalf. So I encourage you, if you'd like a prayer, you can go to the back of the sanctuary after service, and you will truly be blessed by our congregation, by our practitioners, by this whole community. Okay, so just get comfortable, settle into your seat. You can close your eyes if you like. And let's just take a deep breath. Breathing in that one divine power and presence. Knowing this power and presence as Mother, Father, God. How good it is to know that the wisdom of life, the boundlessness of life, the infinity of life, and all of this and the more is ever present as we move into our time of prayer, our time of calling forth the divine, knowing that God's grace and love is everywhere present, and that there is only this one of abundance and beauty, joy and peace and harmony and love. And how good it is to know that collectively we are imbued with all the amazing qualities of the ones just mentioned, and so many more. All the goodness of life is ours because we are one with this divine power and presence. We are filled with wholeness and goodness, with peace and beauty, with joy and love and light, and so very much more. So I, Reverend Geri, now claim and accept and know for this month's nonprofit partner, Oakland East Bay Gay Men's Chorus, gives voice through song to a community where everyone matters. Their core values, community, kindness, integrity, courage, joy, trustworthiness, and giving back. And for our beautiful planet, Mother Earth, for the resilience and beauty of her, and for our continued mindful stewardship of her. And blessing our youth and the youth of the world, knowing they are guided by the loving mind and heart of Spirit. And blessing those in service, creating a world that works for everyone. And I'm taking in right now the qualities of love and comfort and healing for all those impacted by challenges of any form. For Ellsworth Lear, for Mr. Lee and family, for the Copa family, for Nancy Francis and family, for Errol Jackson, Gordon and Sandy, and for Taylor. Just knowing that God's grace and love is supporting them is surrounding them and is holding them in peace and comfort. And for all who have been impacted by anything that's been happening in our world and the weather and with the pandemic, and just holding the love and light of the divine for each and every one. And let us all just take a moment right here and right now to call forth someone or some individuals on our heart who are in need of a prayer. And please take the opportunity to speak their name into the sacredness of this sanctuary as the beautiful music continues to play. And as those names continue to be spoken, I am grateful. I am grateful for the energy that exists right here and right now. I am grateful for the love and the light and the joy. I am grateful for each and every one here this day. And in this acknowledgement of appreciation and gratitude, I lovingly release my word into that universal law of love that always, always, always says yes to our heart's desires. And please join me now in saying, and so it is. Thank you, so. The abundance of the beautiful music brings us into our conscious giving time. But before we go there, I want to give you a little pledge update because, you know, Pledge Month was October, and we're continuing to accept your pledge cards via the cards in the back of the seats or the cards online. And right now we have 66 pledges for $187, 370. 187,370 right now with our 67. Oh, well, we could add a few extra zeros, no problem there, yes, and we will gladly do that. So we're getting there, and I'm trusting and knowing that we are there. We are there as the rest of the year progresses. But for now, it's our conscious giving time, so it's our opportunity to bring our gifts to our heart, and we are going to bless our gifts. Okay, are you ready? With vigor, this gift I give is God in action. It does good work in the world and blesses creation. And so it is. So your gifts can be deposited on your way out in the back. We can exit various directions these days. So there's a basket in the back, and so that's it for me. Blessings to all of you. Thank you.
Walking around wearing a frown. Little people try to put you down. Each and every day you've gotta find a way to live and love. It's the only way. One more time, put your pride aside. Live and love. Divine is on your side. We are the people of the mighty mighty, mighty people of the sun. In our hearts we know the answer. In truth we all are one. We are the people of the mighty, mighty, mighty people of the sun. In our hearts we know the answer. In truth we all are one. Mighty, 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 mighty. Don't you walk around wearing a frown. Don't let no little people try to put you down. Each and every day gotta find a way. Live and love, it's the only way. One more time. Right as I live and love, 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 live and love. We are the people of the mighty, mighty, mighty people of the sun. In our hearts we know the answer, for in truth we all are one. We are the people of the mighty, mighty, mighty people of the sun. In our hearts we know the answer, for in truth we all are one. And we are the people of the mighty, mighty, mighty people of the sun. In our hearts we know the answer. In our hearts we know the answer. In our hearts we know the answer. We are one. 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 We are. God is the greatest.
One of these days, I'm going to figure out how to get these things on and how to get this off correctly. Thank you so much for a wonderful day. Destiny Muhammad, Kev Choice, just magnificent. There are so many reasons to be thankful, and I'll invite you over the next week or so to just think each and every day of something that you're thankful for. Think of someone you're thankful for, and let them know. Let them know. And since I also have the honor of working with all the volunteers here, pick someone who has done something wonderful for you at this center. Whether it's the folks doing the AV, the folks doing the planting outside and the watering, the folks who clean up, the folks who usher, whatever. We are a village that is blessed with the most exquisite volunteers. So thank you all, and let's thank one another. Let's see, after service, please make sure that you do leave from either of the doors or through the back We also have prayer room, and if there is anything in your heart, whether it is something that is an issue that you want to work with, whether it's a matter of thanksgiving, of joy, whatever it is, please bring it to us in the upper room, in the prayer room. We love to pray. There is also the prayer box. I'll be back there if you'd like to leave a prayer. And there's the prayer line as well. We have practitioners who love to pray with you. This is what we do. So please take advantage of that. Let's see. We have our closing affirmation. I'll invite you to stand. All right, here we go. Today, I live as the power, joy, and magnificence of God in dynamic demonstration. And so it is.
Blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our hearts be so triumphant as we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our hearts be so triumphant as we rest in God and say amen. Let our hearts be so triumphant as we rest in God and say amen.
Thank you very much. Give it up one more time for Miss Destiny Muhammad.
Oh, God bless you.
Destiny is not by chance, it's by
Pardon me?
choice. That was such a prophetic message.
Destiny by choice. You know, man. Come
Thank you all.
on.
Have a happy Sunday and a beautiful week. and a blessed
Sunday.
Thanksgiving.
God bless you. Let our hearts be so triumphant. Let our hearts be so triumphant. We're gonna rest in God, and we're gonna rest in God. We're gonna rest in God. We rest in God. We rest in God. We rest in God. Gonna rest in God. Gonna rest in God. Rest in God. Rest in God and say amen. Say amen. Rest in God and say amen. We're gonna